Not only did the Buffalo Bills guarantee themselves a non-losing season this past week, they also really helped their playoff chances. Welcome to Bill-ievers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to an AFC Playoff Picture edition of Bill-ievers Talk, where we look at the AFC Playoff Picture and how that affects our Buffalo Bills. Before we do that, I want to remind everyone, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit that subscribe button for continual Buffalo Bills content. Not only do we give you these playoff picture videos, we also give you pregame and postgame every Monday and Thursday. Also giving you my pick'em videos normally on Wednesday. Going to try to post that again today with a short week. And then, of course, don't forget the live play-by-play and reaction to every single Buffalo Bills game, whether you find it here on Bill-ievers Talk or over at #Sports. Bill-ievers Talk and #Sports teaming up to give you the best Buffalo Bills play-by-play and reaction coverage this season. That includes this Thursday, where you can join me live for the game between the Dallas Cowboys and our Buffalo Bills for the play-by-play and reaction. Get to watch the game, hang out with Bills Mafia, and this Thursday, of course, you get to enjoy some Thanksgiving dinner. What a better way to spend your Thursday than hopefully watching the Buffalo Bills win. Not only are we teaming up with #Sports, Bill-ievers Talk, also teaming up with BewareTheStampede.com. BewareTheStampede.com just recently started a podcast, so if you guys are into your podcast, make sure you're on the lookout for that, and you'll also find me over there as well. So again, go www.BewareTheStampede.com for all your Buffalo Bills news. But we want to get into this video and talk about the AFC playoff race. Obviously, week 13 coming up, the season winding down, this playoff race getting better and better, more heated as the season goes along. We're going to start by looking at the current seeds, where they sit. Look at who's on the outside looking in. Who still has a chance to really get in this thing, to get into the playoffs, and also take a look at what games matter this week as we get ready for that AFC playoff push. So first seed, we're going to talk about, again, we're going to talk about the seedings first. That number one seed still belonging to the New England Patriots, that evil empire, currently sitting at 10-1. Only lost to what many people would say the best team in the AFC. That's the Baltimore Ravens, who sit at that number two seed. Baltimore Ravens currently sitting at 9-2. Second place overall, first in the AFC North. And then you look at the Houston Texans, who just beat the Colts last Thursday, sitting at that 3 seed, sitting at 7-4. And then the Kansas City Chiefs, also sitting at 7-4, sit at the 4 seed, leaders of the AFC West. You look at the wild card spots, you have 2 wild card spots. The first one currently owned by our Buffalo Bills, in that 5 seed, sitting at 8-3, and then the 6 seed currently held by the Steelers due to tie breaks at 6-5. So that's the current playoff picture. Teams on the outside looking in right now, you got the Raiders sitting at 6-5, sitting at that seventh position. And the thing about the Raiders is they're the team that actually controls their own destiny when it comes to that 6th seed. Now, of course, they have that game against Kansas City coming up that we'll talk about in a little bit. That changes everything. But the Raiders are the team that controls their own destiny for that 6th seed overall. Then you have the Indianapolis Colts and Tennessee Titans, both also sitting at 6-5. Big matchup between both those teams this weekend that we will also talk about. And then currently sitting at 5-6, the Cleveland Browns, sitting just a game back of that 6th seed right now. 3 games back of the Bills, but remember, they own a head-to-head tiebreaker between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns, so that will loom huge if the Bills fall into a little bit of a slump here in the near future. But those are the teams currently in the playoff positions that they're in. Again, some of those teams on the outside looking in. The rest of the AFC teams probably don't have a chance, have 7 losses or more already on this season. I think 10-6 is going to be what it takes to get into the playoffs. Maybe a 9-7 team can sneak in there, but that's not what I'm thinking, especially for our Buffalo Bills. Again, sitting at 8-3, guaranteed themselves a non-losing season. Not only that, with the Jets beating the Raiders this past Sunday, that opens things up for the Buffalo Bills, gives them a little bit of a cushion for that other wild card spot, right? We have a 2-game cushion right now between 5 and 6 for the wild card spots. That's pretty nice to have, and it doesn't guarantee anything, but it is a little bit more of a cushion as the Buffalo Bills face the tougher part of their schedule, with Dallas coming up, with Baltimore coming up, with Pittsburgh coming up, and with New England coming up. It gives us a little bit of breathing room so we can afford to slip up. Not saying we want to slip up, not saying we're going to slip up, but if we do have that breathing room just in case. And again, if you're looking at the Buffalo Bills, you do have to look at that division and say, hey guys, we're only 2 games back. And although I would have loved to see New England lose to Dallas this past Sunday, it didn't happen, but they still have 2 tough games coming up. They play Houston and the Kansas City Chiefs, and they're both division leaders as we speak, so they can still get a couple more losses. And again, the Bills still play the Patriots, so you're looking at the schedule ahead. If the Bills can beat the Patriots, if the Bills can win out, let's pretend the Bills win out, and the Patriots lose to Houston or lose to Kansas City, well then we only have 2 losses against AFC opponents. They have 3. Then that's when it comes in handy that one of our losses is to an NFC opponent, and theirs wouldn't be. They would have lost to Baltimore. They would have lost to hopefully the Kansas City or Houston, and then they would have lost to the Bills. So they'd be 9-3 against AFC teams. We'd be 10-2. We would take over as the number 1 seed in the AFC East. Probably wouldn't be the number 1 seed overall in that stance because we would have those 3 losses. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's take a look at this weekend. Patriots in first place right now, but still have 2 tough games, and that includes this Sunday night. This Sunday, the New England Patriots go up against the Houston Texans on Sunday Night Football. Should be a good game in Houston. We want to see what Deshaun Watson and boys can do against the New England Patriots. We saw New England struggle against the Dallas Cowboys, able to come away with the win, and that's the name of the game, guys. We could say that New England's offense still looks bad. We could say that they're getting some lucky breaks with those tripping calls, things like that, but the name of the game is winning, and they've done it better than anyone so far this season between them and the San Francisco 49ers, both sitting at 10-1. But some other games to watch this Sunday. Again, the good news about us playing on Thursday, which obviously is the most important game to the Buffalo Bills, right? Thursday against the Dallas Cowboys, most important game. Need to win that game against the Cowboys in Dallas on Thanksgiving. Again, I hope you guys join me for that, as I will be live giving you play-by-play and reaction to that game right here on YouTube, also over on Sportscaster. So make sure you join me for that. But there are some other big games with big AFC playoff implications that we're watching this weekend. And again, since the Bills play on Thursday, you're able to watch those games on Sunday, and it's every single time slot on Sunday has an effect on the Buffalo Bills when it comes to the playoff race. We already talked about Sunday night. If Houston can beat New England, then that'd be huge for Buffalo, especially if Buffalo beats Dallas. That means Buffalo would only be a game back in the AFC East, with a game against the Patriots looming week 16. I would be looking forward to that. Again, obviously we still have a tough road between now and then, but hey, if the Bills can come away with a couple wins here, anything can happen in this league. We have already seen that, so I would look forward to watching the Houston Texans beat New England, giving the Bills a little bit of a chance. Right now, they're saying that the Bills have a 1% chance to win the AFC East. I think it's a little bit larger than that. Maybe say that 15%, not likely, but 1%, come on. I mean, again, all we need is for New England to lose to either Houston or Kansas City, very doable, and then for us to win out. Now, I know we have Baltimore in our schedule. I know we have Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, and I know we have the Patriots still in New England, but anything can happen in this league, so I think we still have a shot at that division. But you look at some other games from this weekend for this Sunday, and you say, what other games will impact the AFC playoff race? First, you look at the Tennessee Titans, Indianapolis Colts. The winner of that game will move to 7-5. The loser falling to 6-6. This will be a huge game for that 6th wild card spot. Obviously, the winner of this game will move up probably to that 6th seed. Maybe if Pittsburgh beats Cleveland, which is the other game at 1 o'clock, a lot of things can change at that 1 o'clock hour. So the first game, Tennessee at Indianapolis. Second game, Cleveland at Pittsburgh. We all know the bad blood in this game from 2 weeks ago with the Mason Rudolph, Myles Garrett situation. Let's see if that plays any effect in this game. I hope not. I think it would be a good game without that involved. I hope they keep their emotions in check, both teams, and they're able to play a good game. But I'm going to be interested in both these games at 1 o'clock. Again, Tennessee at Indianapolis, both these teams at 6-5. Cleveland at 5-6. Pittsburgh at 6-5. Both these games, huge AFC playoff implications. And guys, let's say Cleveland beats Pittsburgh, right? Cleveland beats Pittsburgh. At 4 o'clock, Oakland goes to Kansas City to play the division-leading Kansas City Chiefs. Let's say Kansas City beats Oakland, right? Let's say Kansas City beats Oakland, and then Cleveland beats Pittsburgh. Well, then we're guaranteed at least a game-and-a-half lead on 7th place still, and that's if Tennessee and Indianapolis tie. If there is a winner and loser in that game, that guarantees that the Bills will still have a 2-game lead on whoever is that 7th seed, because the winner of the Tennessee and Indianapolis game would move up to the 6th seed. If Cleveland beats Pittsburgh, then they both go to 6-6. Oakland falls to 6-6 by losing to Kansas City. We still have a 2-game lead on the 7th overall seed, even with a loss. Let's say we win, then we have a 3-game lead. That's even better, right? So if you look at the Buffalo Bills, obviously it all starts with the win on Thursday against the Dallas Cowboys. Let's watch the Cowboys game. Again, I want to get in on our own merit because we're winning, not because other teams are losing. And I think we can do that here. And we have a schedule to do it. We're already 2 games ahead of that 6th seed. I think we're in good shape. The metrics that I have seen have the Buffalo Bills with over an 80% chance of making the playoffs. That's a good place to be in after week 11. Again, you look at this Buffalo Bills team saying 8-3, have not been 8-3 since 1996. So it's been a while. Let's enjoy it, and hopefully let's enjoy it with another win this Thursday on Thanksgiving. But those are the games that really impact the AFC playoff picture this weekend, week 13. You talk about that game on Thanksgiving. The Bills, of course, playing the Dallas Cowboys. That will have an impact. The Bills, the only AFC team playing on Thanksgiving. All the other teams, all the other 5 teams are NFC teams. You got Chicago at Detroit, and then you got New Orleans at Atlanta in the late game. So Buffalo, the only AFC team, go represent the AFC, baby, on Thanksgiving. Let the whole world see that the AFC is the better conference, even though they're not, guys. The NFC is far superior as far as from top to bottom. And then you go to Sunday, you have the 1 o'clock hour, Tennessee Titans at Indianapolis Colts, Cleveland Browns at Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, if you're a Bills fan, if you want to know who to cheer for, I don't like cheering for anybody. I just like seeing good football. But if you're cheering for one team, it has to be the Cleveland Browns in that situation. I know Cleveland holds the tiebreaker against us due to head-to-head, but remember, they're still 3 games back of us. So have the Cleveland Browns beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then both those teams will be at least 2 games back of us, if not 3 games, if we pull out that win. And then the Tennessee Titans Indianapolis Colts game is a lot like the Indianapolis Colts Houston Texans game of just last Thursday, when it doesn't matter who wins. As long as there's a winner and a loser, I think we'd be okay with that scenario either way. Again, it depends who you think is going to fight more for the division. I just want to see a good football game, but either way, it will help out the Buffalo Bills. And then Oakland at Kansas City, we want to cheer for the Kansas City Chiefs. Whoever's winning the division right now, you want them to keep winning. And then you look at the New England Patriots Houston Texans game. Let's go Houston, right? Let's go Houston. Let's get the Buffalo Bills closer to that AFC title chase. Let's make New England at least have to sweat it a little bit longer. But those are the key games this weekend for the AFC playoff picture. Again, Bills sitting on the 5 seed right now, 2 games up on the 6th seed, only 2 games back for the AFC East title. So again, let me know what you think of this AFC playoff race as it sits right now, heading into week 13, heading into Thanksgiving. Not too many people thought the Bills would be sitting here at this time. We're very excited as Bills Mafia, right? So again, that's our AFC playoff picture. Again, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit that subscribe button, like this video. And again, let me know what you think about this AFC playoff picture as it sits right now. Do you like the Bills' chances, or are you still a little worried about these 4 games coming up against Dallas on Thanksgiving, against Baltimore and Buffalo, against Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, and then against New England in Gillette Stadium in New England? We're going to see what happens. Again, anything can happen in the NFL. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy watching it again this Thursday. Enjoy your Thanksgiving if I don't see you before then. But still, join me live Thursday as the Buffalo Bills take on the Dallas Cowboys. I look forward to talking to you all soon. Until I do, go Bills.